My opponents are becoming stronger and stronger. In this video, I'm playing against a player over 2,000 of rating. But still, somewhere, there is a queen's blunder. So still lots of fun. And as always, I explain move by move. Ooh, I'm playing at 2,000. Oh my god. Okay, I'll give my best. So, we are playing the English. So what do we have to do here? So my opponent is going with 2 pawns in the center, leaving a huge hole in the center. I'm already out of book, I must say. This is called the whale variation. I don't know why. I think it's worse than the cow opening, honestly. Okay, we just developed pieces. I think going out with the knight, going out with the bishop is a great idea. So we put the bishop out, and then we will push this one. So basically we played like in any other opening. We didn't do anything too special. We just played normal chess like in any other opening. I mean, a knight here is already checkmate, just saying. Okay, I will play the move a5. Why? Because one day my opponent might try to take space by playing the move b4, and I want to avoid it. Also, now I'm avoiding that my opponent can simply short castle because this pawn would be hanging. So I think what they did here is playing a bit too slowly, maybe? Okay, what to do? This knight is strong. They could take here, but I could go pushing. Okay, so I will simply castle here and saying like, I don't mind, whatever you want to do, go ahead. Because they still cannot castle for the same reason that this pawn would be hanging. And even if they take there, it's true, my king would be a bit unsafe, but the center is so blocked that it's not a problem. And I can use... Ooh, spicy. Okay, what is happening now is that the situation is basically exploding. The center is going to be opened up. It's good to keep the bishops here. So what I will do, I'm thinking if I should take here, and the knight takes. If I don't take here, then this pawn can be pushed, but then I can take. Okay, I will go with the knight in the center. Wait a second. Maybe I blundered, because my opponent can take here, ding, ding, dang, ding, dang, dang, and then play a5. Bing, okay, let's remove this move. And then play a5, and my bishop is stuck forever. I might have lost a piece, but we have to think what was our mistake. And our mistake was the following, that it was a critical moment after the move f4, and I didn't choose what I should do. So once you're in a critical moment, okay, we have to take. Once you're in a critical moment, you have to think at least like 2 or 3 candidate moves and then analyze them. I didn't do any of this. And that's why I'm paying the consequences of my bad actions. Now, let's try to get the best out of it. Should I take like this or should I take with the bishop? So if I take like this, after this I can sacrifice pawn take and give a check. The king moves and then take here. Okay, I like it. Let's do this. We'll try at least. Bing, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang. I mean, it's not too nice, but try our best. What can we do? Okay, my opponent is basically, like, I don't know, is saving us. I mean, now we can just push here, move this, and go back. Perfect. We are safe. Oh my god, that's so cool. Okay, I don't know why they didn't push, honestly. They were afraid of something, probably, but it was a mistake. It was clearly a mistake not doing that. Now, I have a bishop that got blocked for obvious reasons, and I have to unblock it. So I will play this and try to push here, bring the bishop here, and try to give mate. This looks like a good idea. Also, I could try to bring the king here and go with the rook there. Guys, one thing I want to say, I've read on Instagram somewhere, I think a post of Chess Mood, and I said something nice. When you make a mistake, stop being hard on yourself. I mean, you made it. Everyone makes mistakes. Once you make a mistake, just keep going and try to do your best. And this is what you have to do in every situation in life, but let's try to do it in a chess game, which should be easier than in life. So we do a mistake, shit happens, let's move on. And I was happy that my opponent didn't exploit it, so there was an happy part of the story, but still, in any case, you gotta move on. The game is not over, even with a piece down, so you can always keep going. Now, I will play a rook here because I feel like I have to put my pieces in defense of my king. And this is a very sharp position because I'm using basically the reverse Uno card where my opponent is attacking, but they can end up being attacked. And that's spicy. I could play maybe queen here and maybe sliding with the queen in. Like this could be fun. But as soon as I move the queen out, this pawn is falling. So, not sure. I could also think about pushing because after pawn takes, I'm giving a check. The king has to move and the queen is in, but still not really satisfied by the outcome. What else? So, if I take and push, this could also be a thing. Okay, you know what? I'll play bishop here. This seems like the most stupid move ever seen. But it has a sense. Basically, after pawn takes, I'm going to play f6 and attacking the queen. Okay. Okay, so now I will simply take there, right? Okay, so basically my opponent wants to go with the bishop here. But I have to do this. I mean, I don't have another way. I play queen here and f6. And then I play queen here. Yes. Yeah, I think that's important. Now f6 and queen here, and we're fine. I mean, I can tell you guys, I will use the g file to attack. Now, my opponent has to push, because if they don't push, I'm going to push myself. My bishop is going to be attacked. Well, attacked, not freedom. My bishop is going to be freedom. Nice English, Alessia. And so once my bishop is attacking the queen, this bishop is under attack, and the bishop behind is also hanging, which would be a checkmate as well. So my opponent needs to avoid that at all costs. And there we go. They push. I have to go here with the queen. Now, will they trade the queens? Yes or no? I think they should trade, because if they don't trade and they go away... Okay, they traded. Good. I'm taking here, and then h6 is incoming. Bishop here, and the other rook on the g file. This material right now is perfectly equal, but I told you, the reverso Uno card is working. Imagine, like, I have a reverso Uno card in my hand that I don't have. But imagine, and I'm using the g file to counterattack. They wanted to attack me, I'm attacking them. That's amazing. And there we go, bishop out, ready to bring the rookie to the party. And then h6 attacking this, and bing boom bang. Okay, my opponent is smart. They understood what is going to happen. But still, I'm bringing the rook to the party. h6 is incoming. And my rook is going to have lots of fun on the side of the board, but on a great side of the board, because this king is a bit stinky right now. Stinky cheese. So, how to keep going? Even if I play this move, then there is bishop here, controlling the square, so I'm not giving checkmate. So how can I exploit the fact this move is so good? Because after bishop here, this pawn is also not hanging. I need to activate this bishop. I need to bring this bishop to have a better future. Because right now, not good. Okay, I'll bring the bishop here, here, and then play h6. There we go. My opponent is attacking this pawn. That's smart. I could play either bishop here, counterattacking this one, or protecting this one by playing bishop there. Not sure though. Also, this move looks fun with the idea of taking there. Bam, 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 bam. So I'm thinking like bing, boom, bang, bing. Not really what I want to do, but if I play this... Okay, I have to play this. That's a problem. I shouldn't take this pawn because then there are forks. Okay, let's go here. We are protecting the pawn. I think c5 must be played and then we have to go passive. It's okay. Yeah, this bishop is so strong. I mean, the problem is that we ended up with having... Okay, let's push here. I know that it's bad. I mean, my bishop is more and more lonely and sad and disappointed. But let's go to threat checkmate. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. You're threatening checkmate. Not bad. Also, if we're here, we can give a check because the king has to go there and we win a pawn. So it's a good starting point. I think my opponent, you know, has a good position, but is not using the right timing to make lots of damage. What do we do here? I might play this, maybe. Yeah, this looks fun. This looks fun. I'm basically attacking this pawn that I can't really take, but, you know, maybe giving my king a space. Alright, now I will go with this pawn. What I did here is a good achievement. Basically, I connected the pawns that were not connected, My rook is quite active here because can go to attack this pawn, can go to attack this other pawn, can give some checks. And now also my king can slowly get back to the game. It's a long ride. It's really a long ride. But we are going to enjoy it. So let's give it a check, just because the king is not more active here than where it is right now. So that's good to me. And then I will play, I think, maybe a rook here. I like attacking this pawn that needs to be pushed to be protected, right? That's surprising. That's very surprising. Now I could take a pawn for free. After this pushing here. I get the idea. So my opponent wants to take, and king here. This pawn would be too strong. Okay, let's go with the king here. Quite funny. So basically what I'm doing is that after pawn takes, I take with the king. Because I'm attacking this pawn. My king is suddenly becoming an active piece. Surprise. Also, time is getting shorter, so time is starting to be an important piece. The position is still roughly equal. I think my opponent can hold a draw here at any point. They won't. You see, they won't. They won't hold it. I might play rook here. Or maybe bishop here. No. Rook here. Rook here. Pawn takes. And pawn pushes. I give it check here. Sorry for the very bad arrows. But whatever. Rook back on here. We have a strong... Okay, we have to take. And actually, I said that I can go with the rook there, but there is a pawn, so I'm smoking. But I will go simply with the king here after pawn pushes. Also, we have a check like this. Kind of. Okay, I think my king has to go here. Bing, boom, bang, because the king is getting so much better there. Protecting and attacking at the same point. Again, my opponent has a draw anytime because they have the better bishop and they can go with the rook here probably. Trading. I'll try to keep things on the board, to keep the rooks on the board. I shouldn't have done that exactly. Okay, let's go here. We are repeating. We are happy with the row. We are the one with a bad bishop, passive bishop. My opponent has to push for a win. Should we make a draw? Or maybe go for the endgame. Wait, I can take here. And then I can go with the king here. I just realized that I'm winning a pawn. Aha! 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 Okay, that's a different story right now. Because we can go here and we win a pawn. Now we are taking. And if my opponent is thinking like, okay, we can push. Okay, we simply take here. And then we go here and we slowly activate the bishop. So no draw, we keep going. We would be very happy to trade, of course. So my opponent did something very smart. So they brought all the pieces on the dark squares. Okay, let's go here. And then here. And then here. Guys, if king here, I think I'm winning. Bang! Surprise, everybody! Because basically, now if bishop takes, I'm promoting. And the king has to go back. But now I can trade. And I have an extra pawn. Now, is this enough to win? I think so. I think so. So I have a pawn endgame with an extra pawn. I should just push this. I should just... Okay. I just realized that I have to go on this side. I have to go here. Bam. Now push. And then go with the king. Because basically... Yeah, basically I have to advance. I couldn't advance on the other side, but now I can. And at one point I will let this pawn go. Yeah, I will just let this pawn go. And go to take this little pony there. That's great. I mean, the opponent will try to play this move, so I don't have to pre-move. Because they will try that move. I will pre-move every single move because they will try at one point. There we go. Now they will try. It's their last try. Okay, they don't try. They will never try. GG's! Nice! I won the game, but I deserve to lose that one. My opponent played a better middle game and then a bad endgame. Anyway, this was a critical moment. I told you during the game that I played badly. You see, I actually felt that that move f4 was a mistake, but I played a wrong move. Bang. Right there. Losing a piece, basically forced, because Ding, dong, bang, loses a full piece. It's basically forced. Maybe there is a more precise way to take first here and then to push this. But anyway, this wins a piece. There is nothing to do. Here, actually, I took with the pawn, and probably my opponent was kind of scared about this check. But it's no big deal, because after this, even if I take this pawn, there is queen f3, this pawn is protected. And now I achieved absolutely nothing. This bishop is blocked. I don't even have pieces to keep going with the attack. But what was the best move in this position if knight here was a mistake? I have no idea. But let's try to think, everybody. Let's try to rethink. I don't have the engine on. I just know the evaluation. The black is a bit better. So, critical moment is the following. How to think. Candidate moves. So, we could take here. We could take here. We could take here. Not really, because this would be a fork. What else can we do? I mean, let's start with the most obvious move. Taking here. Because after taking here, my opponent can take in 4 different ways. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, there we have to optimize a little bit. So whatever my opponent is taking, what do we achieve? This pawn will be weak. If they take here, this diagonal is going to be weak. I can go with the knight on the center without having the problem of this f5. Also, another simple move could be to simply take here. And after this, to go with the knight there. And I simply have all my pieces very active. Now, I want to see, I have 2 options that are very good. And you see, the best move is simply to take there. And after pawn takes, to go with the knight there. And here's how black has an advantage. All the pieces are active. And I don't have to worry anymore about the move f5. Because even if my opponent is closing, I have 2 knights that are ready to enjoy the party of a close position. Jumping around in the best squares they want to go. So this would have been much better. New game, playing versus Sergio, and you're playing d4. Guys, I have to confess you a thing. I hate to play against d4. Just if my opponent plays the London system, I'm happy. Anyway, I will play something that I used to play when I was 16. That is called the old Benoni. It's not the Benoni, but the old Benoni. It's very spicy because it seems like you play like very passive, but actually you are very aggressive. So you play all these kind of moves. You go with the pawn here, and now you will develop castle, go with the knight here. I'm pre-moving, I hope it works. Okay, you shouldn't pre-move. No, it's not really good. But, okay, you go with this setup, you develop all your pieces. And now, you will play a move that is quite surprising. Okay, actually, let's play first this prophylactical move. We are looking for a possible b5 at one point. And now we go with a move that might look very weird. Knight to h5. You might say, what is the knight doing there? Well, the knight is actually going to go in another square. We play g6, and the knight is going to go here. And you might say, okay, what the heck are you doing, Alessia? Well, I'm going to bring also the other knight in another square that is on g8. So I have to be careful because my opponent might want to play this move. Okay, let's play king here. King here. This is not really a problem because I can take... I mean, what I want to do in this position, I want to play f5 myself. Maybe I can just play it. Let's go. Yeah, so this is the whole plan. You build an entire position just to play the move f5. Now we take with the knight, of course. And after you do all this preparation and you have played the move f5, well, all your pieces are starting to go out. And usually your opponent is a bit confused because your opponent doesn't really understand your moves. They look a bit awkward, but finally, at the end, you have a great idea. Look at this knight. Well placed. Look at this. Okay, so we could take here. Now, if my opponent takes with the queen, they are completely lost. Because they lose a queen right now. Look at this. 18 moves. You're at move 18 when I capture the queen. Bang. And we're winning. We're winning. Now, by the way, if your opponent doesn't lose the queen, you still have very active pieces. And so you can enjoy a middle game where you're playing for a win. This is what I don't like against board, that usually black doesn't have so many ways to attack. And hell yeah, I have to attack. I can't leave a chess game without attacking. Okay, so now let's push here because we want to attack, as always. No, honestly, I'm pushing b5 because I want to open another front on the board and to activate my rook, because my rook right now is doing a bit bad. But once I push here, then I can activate the rook on the a file. The bishop here is attacking nothing, so we can keep going with our plan. Pushing, opening files for the rooks. There is now not a better file than an open file for a rook, you know? Because the rook can go from very fast, you know? Can go on the second rank, attack pawns, attack vulnerable points, like the point on g2, which is also a pawn, but is especially checkmate. Now, my opponent is trying to pay me with the same coin I paid them, so giving me a fork, but I'm saying them nope. And now I bring the king here, just a little bit closer to the action, because I don't want to, you know, have problems and get mated. So let's go with the rook here, attacking this little pony. All the pieces are getting more and more active. Now, I love this move, pinning the rook and threatening to take here. My opponent should move this king away, maybe just here, because the rook is protected by the knight. Then I can bring the queen here. I'm attacking the knight, I'm attacking the pawn. The knight cannot move because the rook will be hanging. I'm also attacking this pawn. This is a giga queen, for real. And doesn't deserve a red color, but a green one. Okay, so now I can basically decide whatever I want to do. I think I will take here, because it's the simplest move. I'm trading the rooks, this pawn is passed, and that's just super close. Even if my opponent takes here, we're trading even more pieces, so that's just very easy for me. Now I'm even winning a piece, and this is going to be a resignation. Woo! Alright, last game. Did we have 3 black pieces in a row? No. This is illegal. Okay, at least my opponent played d4, so I'm a bit more happy. And you're playing the central game. Do you know what? Oh, this is a gambit. So every time there is a gambit, accept the gambit and then think. No, I'm kidding. There is not a rule of thumb that you can use. But here I know that you can just take all the pawns, and then you have to know 2 moves. One is bang, d5, saying wanna take another pawn. Basically, I have 2 extra pawns. And what did my opponent achieve? 2 strong bishops. So now I'm giving back a pawn. Why? Because now my pieces are all ready to go out. Yes. And now I go with the knight here. I'm attacking this bishop. So I'm winning a tempo. If this bishop moves away, I trade the queens. And you might say, oh no, Alessia, now you lost the queen. But this is all theory. And it's all part of the plan, because now I can go with the bishop check, which is a counter check, a discovery check. And yes, I lost the queen, but they lost it again. Now I take, and after king takes, we have an equal position. What is happening here? So the only difference is that I think I have 2 pawns here and 2 pawns here, but I should have a bit more active pieces, I believe. We can go with the knight here, maybe there, aiming for such squares. We bring out the bishop. My opponent has more central control. This shouldn't be really a big deal. Instead, all my pieces are really very active right now. That's great. Whatever, we are in an endgame anyway. And in endgames, you know what you should do? You should bring your rooks on the 2nd rank. Or on the 7th if you're playing with the white pieces. Because the rook here is so active, attacking all the most important points. Right now, I'm attacking 2 pieces, meaning that I should win material, but I don't win material because my opponent has this intermezzo. Now, should I take the knight or should I take the bishop? I think I will take the bishop and with the pawn because I want to open up this file and keep attacking. This pawn is also weaky, so would be lit to farm it somehow, but not so easy. Now, this knight is protecting this pawn, so a very good job by Mr. Knight. What can we do? We could go here with the knight attacking this pawn, but then this is also hanging. So maybe we play simply this move. Oh, knight there. Knight there. They're attacking this pawn. I don't care. Okay, let's go with the knight here. Well, maybe for this check, knight here and take this pawn. This could be a great idea. In the meantime, I'm also attacking this pawn. In the meantime, I'm also ready to go with the rook on g8 attacking this pawn again. Now, my opponent took a pawn. I could take a pawn and like, okay, we're fine. But I want to really attack. And this is a move that puts so much pressure. Because this pawn is still hanging. This check is still available. All the moves are still available. But I'm asking my opponent a question. What do you want to do? And they are forced to play a move that is weakening the position of white. How to go on? I'm thinking about this check. This could be a good idea. I could also simply take here. I could also go h5, h4, trying to be very annoying. Okay, I'll go. I'll just take the pawn. I'm attacking the rook. All good. There is this pawn that is hanging afterwards. I can play rook here. And it looks fun, this move, because I'm protecting this knight, but I'm also attacking this pawn. And also the knight is ready to go here, giving a fork. So, why not? Knight there, great move. If I play this, my opponent is taking here with check, so I'm going to push my pawns, and I'm ready to fork. Ready to jump on the fork. Okay. So my opponent should have a draw right now. So they can just go here with the knight, and they can force a draw. Come on, man. Come on. We don't make a draw. Oh, great. Great, great, great. Yeah. Don't make a draw. Just get forked. That's much better. Don't make draws, guys, except if you're white in this situation. Better to make a draw rather than getting forked. Okay, so now I cannot take here because this is taken and my knight is in trouble, but I will rather take here. That's a check, and now I can trade the rooks. And I won a pawn, right? Check, maybe? Point is that after all the trades, I'm losing a pawn. Okay, that's good. Let's give this check. After king here, I will trade. And I'll play knight here. Basically, I'm threatening after a pawn takes. I'm giving a fork here and I'm taking a pawn, so I will still have an extra pawn, which is like a good starting point to try to win the game. I mean, at least the best try in this position. Now we take, and we should try to win this endgame. We have a pawn that we have to keep at all cost. It's a pass pawn, also far away from the king, so we have some chances here. This is a check, we can just go here. Now my opponent should try to bring the rook behind the pawn. That's the best way for the rook to be. I will go here, attacking the knight. Yep, everybody. So I'm attacking the knight and I would like to go for this check. Check? Oh my god, my opponent is basically getting mated. Wait a second. I'm giving checkmate. Bang! Bang. Oh boy, I think this cannot be avoided. Do you see a way to avoid this? I don't think so. It cannot be avoided. They run into a self-mate. Alright, check here. They had to sacrifice. But this is completely winning. And it's still checkmate after, so they have to take. Push. And then they also have to push. They have to push now here. Only way to defend. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay! Okay! GG's, everybody! If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe. Do it for real. And you might want to check out the strongest chess player with the ELO of 1700. It's impressive. Check it out.